Hi guys, my name is Aurora. I am going to be filming just a quick little workout for you guys. So I hope you can join me. All right, so all you need for this is a yoga mat. Feel free to also just be on a carpeted area if that's all you have. And let's begin in a comfortable, easy seated pose. So you can cross your legs. If you have any knee pain or issues, you can always take your legs out. So just coming into a comfortable seat, and let's begin by resting our hands on our knees with our palms facing up. Take a moment here to close your eyes. I'm gonna bring you a little closer to me so you can hear me okay. There we go. All right. So again, seated comfortably, hands on the knees, palms facing up, closing the eyes, and taking a moment here to begin centering ourselves. Scanning the body, noticing anything new or different that you feel in your body today. Just noticing how you feel. As well as the physical body, noticing your emotions. And let's start to bring in the breath. So taking a really deep breath in through the nose, opening the mouth and sighing it out. Let's do two more. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. One more really deep, full breath. Sighing it out. With our next breath, we'll inhale the arms up overhead, palms coming together, exhaling hands to the heart. Moving with the breath, inhaling up, exhaling hands to heart. And let's just take a few more breaths here. Don't worry about how many. Just starting to create some nice movement. So each time we're inhaling and reaching the arms up, getting a really nice stretch along the spine and into the sides of the body, into the waist. Let's do a couple more. Deep breath in and out. Last time, deep breath in and exhaling, drawing the hands right to the heart center. Let's interlace the fingers. We're gonna place the palms to the back of the head for support. So here we'll take a nice deep breath in, expanding, opening, leaning the head back into the palms, opening the chest, and then exhaling, relaxing, just gently drawing the chin down towards the chest and kind of squeezing the elbows in. Good, so from the side it looks like this. Inhaling, opening, exhale. You can round your upper back a little bit. Let's do about 3 more. Deep breath in and out. In and exhale. Last deep one. Deep breath in and exhale. So pausing here, relaxing the head forward, bringing some gentle movement side to side, just stretching across the back and sides of the neck. Going once more to each side, just really enjoying how this feels. Bringing the head back to center, relaxing the hands down. We're gonna take our hands back to our knees, this time with the palms facing down, and then let's begin circling our shoulders up and back. Taking some more nice deep breaths in through the nose. Really massaging your shoulders, massaging your upper back with this movement. Let's go ahead and pause and reverse our shoulders, taking them forward. Feel free to close your eyes so you can really focus on how this feels in your body. Last couple of shoulder rolls. Good, and then relaxing the shoulders. Let's move down into the hips. So we'll begin circling the upper body. You can go either way to begin. Thinking of massaging the lower back and the hips with the movement. Let's go one more going this way. And then we'll pause, maybe right when we're at center, and we'll reverse. Last couple of circles. Good, let's bring it back to center. Last thing we're gonna do here, let's inhale, arms overhead, and then exhale, twisting to either side. So reaching one hand across onto the opposite knee, other hand, fingertips are behind, and I'm using the hand on the knee and on the mat behind me to twist deeper, to go back further. And the goal here is just to massage the back, and almost like you're wringing water out of a rag, you're wringing tension out of your spine. On our next breath, releasing, let's inhale, arms overhead, deep breath in, and then exhaling to twist other side. So again, one hand to opposite knee, fingertips behind me on the mat, and I'm using that to twist deeper. Good, you guys, deep breath in, let's come back to center, bringing the palms together, exhaling hands to heart, pausing here. If you like, you can bring the tip of your nose closer to your fingertips, and let's take a moment here to reflect. So I invite you to think of one thing or one person in your life that you are grateful for. And it can be the simplest thing, like the fact that you got time this morning to drink coffee or tea. It can be the fact that the weekend's almost here, anything. So thinking of all the things, maybe starting with one thing, but thinking of all the things that you are grateful for. Letting that feeling of joy and happiness and contentment permeate throughout your body. Letting go of any depressed or sad thoughts, any thoughts or feelings that aren't serving you right now. And then let's press the palms together a little bit more, just sealing in that happy, joyous feeling. Let's take one more deep breath in, releasing that up, and exhale, taking the arms down. All right, so we're gonna kind of stretch out our legs. We've been seated for a while. So I'm coming to table pose, or all fours. You could also do this facing me so you can see and follow along. So my hands are right below my shoulders. My knees are right below my hips. There's space between the hands and space between the knees. And let's start nice and simple. So we're gonna inhale, cow pose, dropping the belly down, tilting the tailbone up, looking forward. And then exhale, rounding the back into cat, pulling the navel up and in. Moving with the breath. Deep breath in, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's do 3 more. Deep breath in and out. Inhaling. Exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Let's inhale, neutral spine, tucking the toes. Exhaling, downward facing dog. So for me, it's early in the morning. I'm feeling a little sore from an intense workout. So if you're like me and you're not quite warmed up yet, feel free to keep a deeper bend in your knees and not push yourself as much as you normally would. You always want to listen to your body and meet yourself where you're at that day. So we're bicycling our heels here, just warming up, stretching into the soles of the feet, stretching into the arches, the calves, and moving up the backs of the legs into the hamstrings. Let's do our last couple of heel presses.
And then deep breath in, you're gonna lift both heels all the way up, coming up onto your toes. Exhale, press both heels down, reaching the tailbone up and back, pressing the chest towards the thighs. Good, from there, let's come back down. So knees, tops of the feet to the mat, child's pose. Go ahead and rest. Feel free to take your knees out nice and wide, letting the forehead rest onto the mat, letting the elbows, the arms rest as well. Finding stillness in the body. We're going to take 3 to 5 breaths here. Just let go. Take your time coming up. You can use your hands to walk yourself up. And from here, let's come into a comfortable seated pose. So seat is on the mat or on the ground. You're gonna take your legs out in front. This is staff pose. So my feet are slightly flexed. And some people like to pull the flesh away from the bone on the sitting bones to really feel that connection to the ground. That's totally optional. And then from here, let's inhale, arms overhead. Deep breath in. As we exhale, folding forward. So I'm gonna move to the side. So I'm gonna show you what not to do here. So you don't wanna round your back in an effort to get to your feet. You wanna try to keep your back flat. It's always okay to bend the knees. So inhaling here as a straight line, I'm moving my upper body forward and then just letting my hands come wherever they are. So know that it's okay not to reach the feet here. Good, and this should feel really good in the backs of the legs, in the hamstrings. So let's take maybe like another 5 breaths here. Just warming up, stretching into the hamstrings. Relaxing the back of the neck, relaxing the breath. Last deep breath here. And letting it go. And coming up. Good. I'm going to turn to face you again. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana, bound angle. So knees are open. Your knees might be higher or lower. If it feels good, you can press your knees down to open up your hips. So deep breath in. We're going to look up as we exhale, leaning forward. Relaxing through the back of the neck. Just stretching into the hips, stretching into the lower back here. Let's do one more deep breath here. And on our exhale, coming up. Good. From here, let's come into a kneeling pose. So knees are on the mat. I'm going to sit back on my heels. And then from there, I'm setting up for a mermaid or merman twist. So I'm taking my, let's take the left hand over to the side. You're gonna take your hips off your feet, and then you wanna take your tail off to the side. Both hands are gonna come around on the other side. So if your feet are on one side, your hands are on the other. And then this is one of my favorite twists. It feels so good. I'm gonna start walking my hands around and back, almost as if I'm trying to see my tail, my mermaid tail, and looking back at the tip of my tail. So you're pressing your palms into the ground and you're wringing tension out of your back. Let's take a couple more breaths here on this side. Last deep breath. And letting it go. Good, we're gonna take our tails, flop them over to the other side, hands coming to the other side of the feet, and starting to move into the twist. So again, you could look back at your tail. And then when you feel like you've gone far enough, you want to keep planting your hands down, but keeping that action of wringing or twisting out the spine. And this feels amazing for the lower back and the hips. So we'll take another couple of breaths here. Last deep breath in. And letting it go. Good. From here, let's come around onto our backs. So coming down. And let's hug our knees into our chest. Feel free to add some movement side to side, just massaging the back. And from here, with the fingers interlaced, we're going to place the palms to either knee or either side. On our exhale, extending the opposite leg long. Deep breath in, hugging the knee in, palms to that knee, exhale, extending the other leg long. Let's keep moving with our breath, inhaling in and exhaling out. So each time I'm exhaling out, I'm really reaching and stretching my toes out away from the crown of my head to create length throughout my entire body. Good, last couple breaths here. Awesome, let's bring both knees in and let's circle the feet in towards each other, stretching our ankles and circling the feet away from each other. Good, let's get the wrists, so feet resting on the mat, circling the wrists out away from each other. Pausing and reversing, circling the wrists in. Good, let's interlace the fingers, palms facing away from the crown of the head, arms coming overhead above you, sliding the legs out long, and then pressing up through the palms, pressing down through the feet. You can either flex or point the toes, whatever feels best to you. And then let's stretch over to one side. Either side is fine. Stretching down into the opposite side waist. And coming to center and stretching over to the other side. Oh, this feels so good. Deep breath in, coming back to center. Exhale, bringing the hands alongside the body. Let's bend the knees. We're gonna bring the feet flat. So we're almost done here. Let's do a few nice lower body stretches. So starting by taking either leg up, interlacing the fingers behind the calf, and then gently pulling the leg in towards the upper body. Let's take a couple more breaths here, breathing into the back of the leg, into the hamstring. Last deep breath here. As we exhale, bending the knee, ankle to opposite thigh, kind of a figure four, and then hugging the legs into the chest. You can reach through your legs and interlace your fingers behind your thigh. So here we're feeling the stretch in the opposite hip and the outer glute. This should feel really good. Let's do one more deep breath here. And as we exhale, releasing, we're gonna switch sides. So opposite leg up, interlacing the fingers behind the calf and gently pulling that leg in. 2 breaths into the back of the leg. Last deep breath here. As we exhale, bringing outer ankle to opposite thigh, figure four, and then to go into the stretch, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh, gently pulling the legs in. But breathing into the outer hip, outer glute, right where you're feeling the stretch. Last deep breath here. And exhale, let it go. And then let's finish with the legs out, arms at our sides, palms facing up. Let's take about 10 breaths or so here just to close our eyes and let everything sink in. completely relaxing the body. Take a moment, come back to your intention, coming back to what it is you are grateful for in your life. Slowly beginning to deepen the breath. Take your time to come onto your side. And then take as much time as you like to come up into a comfortable, easy seated pose. I thank you so much for joining me today. Feel free to watch this again anytime you're feeling like you need to move energy through your body. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Namaste.